The Center for Countering Digital Hate, or CCDH, has quietly risen to immense power, positioning itself at the center of the battle for control over online speech. Presented as a nonprofit organization fighting misinformation, CCDH wields substantial influence on major social media platforms, targeting voices that challenge mainstream narratives by labeling them as mis- or disinformation, a label in turn used by Google, Meta, etc. as substantiation to censor them. When you see content hidden due to flags from a fact check, CCDH is the one throwing the flags and making plenty of money doing it. The CCDH was a major player during COVID and was responsible for the Disinformation Dozen report in 2021. Critics say this report targeted individuals who were spreading alternative views on COVID-19 vaccines, asking questions, for instance, like whether children without risk factors should be receiving the vaccine when the risk of the vaccine outweighed any potential benefit. Some argue that this report was part of a globalist effort to ensure a unified pro-vaccine narrative and suppress any dissent. But behind its public mission against misinformation lies an even darker agenda. More direct evidence from their own documents have been leaked, which show that the CCDH becoming even bolder in its censorship ambitions to take down an entire free speech platform. The targeting of X served a valuable function for globalists who otherwise have control over news and social media. It was Musk, after all, who exposed their whole game when he purchased Twitter and invited investigative journalists free rein to search through all of Twitter's communications, which culminated in what became known as the Twitter Files, and revealed that state actors had been exerting pressure on social media companies to hide true narratives in a way that helped certain political parties and wealth interests, like the pharmaceutical industry. In recently leaked documents, whistleblowers have revealed that CCDH has made it a top priority to kill Musk's Twitter, now known as X. The documents show that CCDH held regular meetings with political figures and big tech executives to undermine Musk's vision for a platform built on free speech and open dialogue. This attack on X comes as no surprise. Musk's platform represents one of the final strongholds of free expression, outside the grip of the Democratic Party and their globalist partners. But CCDH's influence goes beyond mere censorship. The leaked documents expose their deep involvement in U.S. politics, including active support for Kamala Harris's political campaign and efforts to sway lawmakers toward stricter regulations on social media. CCDH's role in shaping regulatory action raises serious questions about its legal standing as a 501(c)(3) nonprofit. According to IRS regulations, organizations like CCDH are forbidden from engaging in substantial political activities. If these allegations prove true, CCDH could lose its tax-exempt status, potentially facing significant financial consequences. The risks to CCDH are now greater than ever should the Democrat lose the executive branch, as their political entanglements come under increased scrutiny. The organization that once operated in the shadows is now in the crosshairs of the IRS, raising legal and ethical concerns about their funding and political activities. Insiders, unable to stomach the treachery, have begun to speak out and have leaked these documents as the first defiant step towards rebellion. The whistleblowers' revelations suggest that the globalist agenda may have overstepped and that the forces working behind the scenes may soon face accountability. The same shadowy networks that sought to silence millions are now being exposed, slowly but surely. With platforms like X standing as the last bastion of free speech, the tide may be turning.